Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Rome. We have still some more of the marketplace to explore, so let's go ahead and do just that, see if anyone else has anything interesting to say. We found Sextus last time.
Talk to him.
Not when he's at work. Then I'll never know if he's just being nice to me because he's being paid to be.
Come on, girl. You think a plebeian boy like that would say no to someone with your family tree?
You have a very bright green shirt there, lady. Or man, I can't actually tell from here. I love exploring these types of environments. I really do. It's one of my favorite things about games like this. Give me all of the environments to explore in detail. I also am kind of hoping that some of you guys have something to say. No? Can't go down there. Can't go up there. That is a nice fountain.
This is the place. This is where my statue will be erected.
Well chosen, Domine.
We'll have to get rid of this hideous pavilion, of course.
Of course, Domine.
And that column. My statue will have to be taller than the column.
Why not just have the column destroyed, Domine?
Brilliant idea. Write that down.
Oh. At once, Domine.
Oh, that poor guy.
A fine reward is offered for the return of a horse stolen from the stables of Proculus Sinicius Hilario.
That sounds like a joke, sir. But hey, I'll keep my eye out. Any of you guys have anything to say? No? Nope.
The following noblemen involved in the insurrection in Asia Minor have received pardon of Lucullus and must not be harmed. Octavius Pontidius Crito, Vibius Plancius Mesa, and Manius Osturius Gratos.
Interesting.
I have the best wine in Rome, I guarantee it.
Is this just a general marketplace thing, or I don't know? Let's talk to you.
Away. What brings you to the land of wine today? If wine is what you seek, you have come to the right place. My wine is much better than those of Marcellus Vipsanius.
Okay, I guess this is the person that we're supposed to talk to. The Land of Wine.
That's what I call it. This area of the market belongs to the Collegium Venariorum. We are an association of all the wine merchants in Rome.
I'm aware. My family has done much business with you.
Oh, indeed. I recognize you now. Welcome to my stall, then. Are you looking to sell?
First of all, what's so special about Marcellus Vipsanius?
He prioritizes customer satisfaction at the cost of morality and the law. He lies, cheats, and threatens. In the end, he acquires the best vintages.
Do you all produce wine?
Some of us do, but many of us purchase wine from vineyards and sell it here at the market.
I have some wine in need of a buyer. Perhaps you are interested in making a good deal.
I would be very interested. But the rules state that I have to call the other merchants for a tasting. We each must have an equal opportunity.
What if I just want to do business with you? Well, gather around and get ready for the best tasting of your life.
Exciting! This is brilliant. Exquisite. The best wine I have tasted this year. You know, your father and my father used to trade. but I do not believe they ever achieve this level of excellence.
I do not know, Quintus. It does have a harsh finish.
I would call it nutty. Some really good wine, though. I could sell this for years. Domino, would you consider a 5-year deal?
I mean,
I'm willing to buy a 5th of your stock this year, and another 5th next year, and so on. For each batch, I would offer you 1,000 denarii.
I won't risk that. Tastes change, and demands change with them. I'll pay you 3,500 denarii. Sure, it is less than you'd get from Claudius over 5 years, but I want all of this wine now.
I agree, it is a good wine. I will buy all of your stock right now, and I'll pay 4,000 denarii, more than Quintus is willing to part with. Half now, and half when I take delivery.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's start with Cordius, because he's over here. Cordius, tell me why I should accept payment in installments.
The deal favors us both. I pay less now, and you have greater profits in the long term.
Your offer is generous, Whipsonius, but will you honor it?
It's good money. More than what Quintus pays, and you'll get paid as soon as I take delivery. In exchange, your wine will be sold at the best tavern in Rome. It's an offer you cannot refuse.
Why should I accept your offer, Quintus?
I am an honest trader, Legate. My father used to deal with your father before either of us was born. I will sell your wine to the best clients and pay for all of it up front.
Alright, I have reached my decision.
I'm sure you've made the right choice, and that you know what's good for you.
Alright, let's see. So I have a logos option here, the art of convincing someone with sound logical arguments and reasoning. Marcellus Whipsianus presented the best offer. We shall make a deal with him. Let us continue the tradition our fathers have started. I'll sell my wine to Quintus. I favor a steady income. Cordius, we have a deal. But the logos offer, your offer makes sense, Cordius, but consider that as the remaining stock of this vintage dwindles, demand will soon exceed supply, driving the price up. I must also factor in the cost of me storing the wine.
Your business acumen is impressive. I agree to your terms and revise the offer. I shall pay you 6,000 denarii over the next 5 years.
Preposterous. You can't make a deal with these fools. Mark my words, you will regret this. I give you one last chance to change your mind.
I don't like your tone, Whipsonius. Get out of my sight before I lose my temper.
You have missed out on a great business venture.
I will make the arrangements at once. You will receive the first installment soon.
Okay. I feel a little bad for not dealing with him, but... Our families did have some history, but the other guy...
News from Greece. The army of Consul Lucius Licinius Lucullus is recently returned following its victory against the enemy of Rome.
Yeah, he's talking about me, everyone.
Megas. A triumph has been granted by the Senate to the victorious Imperator and will take place on the calends of next month. All Romans are asked to attend.
Yep, you'll be able to meet me there. Okay, so... in We Know Veritas, let's go ahead and track this one. Go see Kaiso.
My galley is 3 weeks overdue.
Do you think a storm has taken them?
Don't even say it. That would be the end of me. I would be ruined. I pray every day and to all the gods for that ship to show up.
Yeah, good luck, sir. Good luck. There might be something...
I do house calls in the evenings.
There might have been something else that we could have gotten out of that. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if, because there's 3 people there, and because there are 3 different styles, that you would have had, like, each one of them would respond to one of the other styles. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, nice sign out there. Pardon me, jeez. All right, let's head on inside. See if anyone has anything to say before we go talk to Kaiso. Any goodies that we can find back here? I guess someone dropped some wine there. It doesn't look like there's much going on. Alright.
You came.
Just teleport into the, onto the chair. A most accurate statement of fact.
If I say dumb things, blame the wine.
Okay.
But I really didn't expect you to appear here, of all places.
I have a knack for appearing unannounced and unexpected. Why? What's wrong with this place? I said I'd be here, so here I am. I have a knack for appearing unannounced and unexpected.
That you do indeed. And thank the twice-born god. Woman, bring us a fresh jug. My friend is still sober, and that's simply not acceptable. Now, what are we drinking to?
To honor and duty, to the beautiful women of Rome, to the handsome men of Rome, to the fallen, to my father, to wine. Hey, we just sold some good wine, so to wine.
That's a bit redundant, isn't it? But I like it. Let us drink to drink. That hit the spot. Another one?
My cup is empty, and I find that question insulting.
I apologize. I shall never insult you again. Another. Keep it pouring. And then I said, well, what can you say in that situation? Obviously, I asked, is that really a goat? Or a sorry excuse for a tent pole?
Obviously. Sorry, I don't get it. What else? That's really funny. Let's keep him going.
It was. I still can't help but laugh.
Eat, drink,
You
and
know
be
what people say in Africa? Wine makes the soul come out of you. You're all right, my friend. You're all right.
Thank you. You're not so bad yourself. You've been to many lands, haven't you? This wine is really good. I'll go with the first option. Thank you. You're not so bad yourself.
I'm glad you came. Friendships that develop in war don't always stand the test of peacetime.
Yeah, I can understand that. You've been to many lands, haven't you?
More than I could count. I've walked on so many different kinds of soil, seen so many faces, and broken so many hearts.
Well, I mean, that comes with sticking swords into them. This wine is really good.
Marcellus Vipsenius is the best. Some say he's working on the recipes of the legendary Margot himself. Others say he smuggles his wine from Carthage.
You know, he doesn't have the best anymore. Ever thought of settling down?
An amusing notion. Should I also get a wife and make a few little brats of my own?
Couple of tiny copies of you running around? Sounds fine to me. Not necessarily, but I wonder if you'll ever get tired of it all.
Nonsense. You're being too serious for your own good. Look at it like an adventure. Sure, life is full of pain and misery, but it's also full of beauty and wonder. You should endure the former and live for the latter. There's so much to experience still. To people like us, settling down is like death. Something you don't long for, nor expect.
Another jug, Domini.
That will be all, so,
Actually, I want to talk to you, Domina. May we perhaps retreat to a private chamber?
That's alright, I was about to leave. Seems like your handsome visage keeps attracting women. Leave us, Serwa. We're not interested in your services tonight. Seems like your handsome visage keeps attracting women.
I know. It's a blessing and a curse. Out with it, woman. What do you want?
I think I am with child.
So, let me guess. You need money. Let's go ahead and remain silent.
You are the father of my child. Future child. Don't you remember me, Aquilinos?
What?
That sounds like a scam. She sounds genuine. Is that true, Kaiso? She sounds genuine.
That she does. But I've never seen this woman in my life.
You told me you would not remember me. Afterwards. And I respected that in a way, but now I need your help. Marcellus Vipsanius doesn't like his girls giving birth. He's a cruel man. I remember how kind you were to me. My child deserves better. Our child. Even if you don't want to have anything to do with me, I want our child safe and away from this shithole. Will you save me?
How do we even know the child is yours? We can purchase her if you want. This kind of thing is up to the censors to sort out. We can purchase her if you want. I assume that's, in other words, purchasing her servitude from Vipsanius.
Indeed. Perhaps we should inform the Kensos.
Quit bothering the guests, look here. These jugs will not deliver themselves.
Oh, hey, it's the
Help me.
jerkface himself.
Please.
Quickly, Thawa.
The night has taken an unusual turn. I apologize.
Do you really not remember her?
I don't. But I do tend to forget some things when I'm drunk. Still, I find it hard to believe I'd forget the mother of my own child.
Well, I mean, the question is whether she's actually had the child yet or not. Do you think she was telling the truth?
Maybe. Well, not entirely. Times like these, I wish Calida were here. That woman has a knack for spotting a lie.
I don't think you should get... I'm not going to choose this option. It's not going to, like... I don't want to... it feels wrong to say that you should not get involved. In fact, like, even if she's not... even if she is lying... Certainly Elmandretta's family is wealthy enough to help her out. What will you do?
I don't know what to make of any of this. I'll have to think.
Well, please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Thank you, my friend. That means a lot. You go. I suddenly have much to think about.
Alright. And we know Veritas is completed. And the education of Bestia Tabat is next. Go ahead and track that quest. Make our way to the Senate. I mean, I don't know how wealthy his family is supposed to be, but he might be able to take care of her as well. The famous Senate of Rome. And just Bestia. Alright. Kind of surprised he's allowed in here. Pardon me, people. No conversations that I can overhear? Well, that's disappointing. I do so enjoy overhearing conversations. Me, a terrible eavesdropper? No. Nope. Alright.
Good, you're here. Let us begin. First, tell me what you thought about my question.
I was distracted. Can you remind me of the question again? I could not find the answer. It is a difficult question.
Certainly. I wanted you to think about the meaning of life.
Well, it's 42,
yours
of
or
course.
mine, it doesn't matter. What do you think the meaning of life is? The purpose of it?
Survival. To crush your enemies, a glorious death. We are but gladiators fighting for the amusement of gods. Bestia seems like well... Many of these fit. I like this one, though. Number 4.
An interesting idea, which may very well be accurate. Then I ask you this question. What is the purpose of gods? Who made the gods?
Older gods? You're saying there's one god who started it all? I mean, it's sort of true in that you had Gaia and Uranus, or Uranus in Latin. Older gods?
And who created them? I can ask this question ad infinitum, no matter what otherworldly entity you come up with. To understand reasons, we must understand causes. We must know the root cause of all there is and all there will ever be, the stones of which the universe is made, or what we call the first principle.
The universe is made of stones? The first principle, like distance and stance?
In a way, those may be the first principles of fighting. Your distance and your stance change based on your tools and foes, but they are common elements to all fighting.
I find it hard to believe that there is a common principle to everything. That sounds likely, but what is that principle?
No one really knows what the first principle is, but thinking about it is the first step in finding one's purpose. Opinions are divided. Some say the first principle is water. Others say it's wind, fire, or earth. What do you think the first principle might be?
Water flows, but in the cold of the night I've seen it turn into ice. I have seen wind knocking down houses. When mountains crack, fire comes out of the earth. It is true. Everything comes out of earth indeed. Any one of those could be the answer. What do you believe the answer is? Well, any one of those could be the answer.
And that is what Empedocles says. He believes any or all of those can be the answer. It depends on the situation or person. But I believe that to be a non-answer.
Can't all ideas be correct? It does sound like he didn't have his own ideas. Can't all ideas be correct?
Right is defined by the existence of wrong. Right is the absence of wrong. If everything is right, then nothing is right, for nothing is wrong.
Water flows, but in the cold of night I've seen it turn into ice.
Do not think of it as water itself. Anaximandros says the first principle is fluid and water-like. It is the indeterminate boundless. He calls it the realm of the infinite, which is in eternal motion. When things exist, they become finite. But when they cease to exist, they go back to the water of infinity.
That which doesn't exist cannot be trusted. We are like the basilisk. Our gaze makes things solid. Yeah, seems like something he might say.
An interesting take on the tale of the basilisk. Indeed. Perhaps our actions turn our ideas into stone.
I have seen wind knocking down houses.
It is not about strength. Anaximenes believes the wind is the soul of the world, because it is the wind that makes us breathe and live. He also posits that all other elements are derived from air. Fire happens when wind blows too fast, yet water happens when the air is too slow.
I've never seen that happening. I find it hard to believe. He's talking about the breath that gives life to all.
Maybe. I don't think a rock has breath, though.
When mountains crack, fire comes out of the earth. It is true.
It's more about the inherent movement of fire than the destructive force thereof. Heraclitus says fire is change, and as such, the only thing that is always the same. Everything changes. Nothing ever is. We are all in the process of becoming, and never stop. Change is the only common element in the world.
If fire is changed, that doesn't mean everything's made of fire. Does that have anything to do with fire? I like the second option.
It doesn't, but it means fire is in everything.
Everything comes out of the earth indeed.
Or maybe nothing comes out of anything. Parmenides said, nothing can ever be seen in the process of becoming. Things always just are. A process of change is just a trick of our senses. At any given moment, things are stationary.
Senses can be trained to become reliable. When I fight in the arena, am I not always in the process of winning?
Maybe. But when you're running from one city to another, you have to first run half the distance, and then you have to run half of that.
Yeah, but that's also a fallacy because you have to take into account the fact that your foot is a finite length. If you're having the distance each time, eventually the half is shorter than the distance of your foot, and therefore that's when you break out of that perpetual halving. Well, what do you believe the answer is?
Who knows? Thinking about the first principle is a way of thinking about the world. And only by knowing the world clearly can you know yourself.
And by knowing myself, I can become a better warrior. And by knowing myself, I can know others. I'll go with that option.
He who knows himself and others can surely make better decisions. Only then you can trust your actions. Only then can you be a good man. Only then can you be free.
But I am a free citizen now.
Are you, though? A man who is not allowed to do what he wants. Can such a man be truly free?
Yes. I want to be happy. I want to find my sister, yet I can't even look for her now. No one can leap over the mountains, no matter how much they want to. Yeah, I think that's a good way of seeing it, because you can be free without having truly unlimited freedom, because, for one thing, if you have truly unlimited freedom, then no one else does. And no one can leap over mountains no matter how much they want to.
It seems that even for the free man there are constraints. You may pursue your own happiness, but when it comes at the cost of someone else's, can you be called a good man?
Exactly. In a world where everyone's selfish, what can a good man do? Everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different idea of happiness. Do I have to be a good man? In a world where everyone's selfish, what can a good man do? Well, he could not be selfish, for one thing.
A good man can sacrifice his own happiness for that of others. You can do that even if you're usually a bringer of pain. Happiness is the absence of misery. If you do not know how to make people happy, then you can try to eliminate misery. By doing that, you can be a good man.
I am not happy, no matter how many foes I slay. Can he who is not happy bring happiness to others? That is definitely true, yes. I will not truly be free unless I find her. We'll go with that option. He is looking for a sister, after all.
Or unless you conclusively decide that you will never be able to find her. It is your goal in life, Bestia. Just like your sister, you are partly stuck in the realm of ideas. You will not be complete until you find her, or find her not.
I resented her for reasons that seem beyond petty now.
You're a child, Bestia. No one will hold you to account for what you thought back then.
A virtuous man should always be responsible for his thoughts. I know. I still miss her. We'll go with that.
It is only natural. Who knows who Sirwa your sister is now?
Her eyes had the color of the sky, and she liked to sing. I miss her so much. She had a peculiar birthmark on her cheek. Do you think we can find her? Go for the first option, actually.
Do you want me to be honest?
A virtuous man speaks truth. Not going to say lie to me, Cineros.
What matters is not if you will find her, but what you will do if you find her.
Thank you, Magister, or you've given me a lot to think about. I'll say thank you.
You're welcome, Discipule. I can only ask the right questions. It is you who should find the answers.
Alright. The education of Bestia Tabat. Quest succeeded. Alright. It is about time to end the episode, so we'll go ahead and do that. And when we come back next time, I guess we'll be heading back to the villa. See you next time, everyone.